What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and I'm bringing you a full gameplay defending on Operation Metro, of course, in the Battlefield 3 beta. This is on the Xbox 360, so I wanted to give you my thoughts on playing this on Xbox versus PC. I haven't actually downloaded the PS3 version yet, but I will do that sometime this week just to get a feel for the graphical differences. So right here, I'm going to run into one of the glitches in the game where my grenade sticks in that bush and blows me up. So oh, good times, good times. So, the community's become increasingly frustrated, I think, with this beta. And there are glitches, there are bugs. You know, you can get under the map over there by the Alpha MCOM station. Certain things seem to need balancing, whether that's the radio beacon on the recon kit, or, you know, some of the weapons seem to be doing an incredible amount of damage. But all that aside, I mean, these are things that I think that that DICE will address. Things that are cosmetic don't bother me too much. I find that laser sights and tactical flashlights are too blinding, and you know, so basic things like that obviously going to give some feedback. The thing that concerns me the most is that there's a differential between the time to kill and the time to die. Now, when you're shooting at someone, the time to kill, yeah, your weapon still might be a bit powerful, but when you die instantly. Now, right there, I got shot in the head, so no big deal. And there actually is a damage glitch happening right now in the beta, whereby moving targets take more damage. So bolt-action snipers are a one-hit kill anywhere, it seems, on a moving target, whereas we were told that it was going to be a one-hit kill to the head only. So the semi-auto DMRs, or the semi-auto sniper rifles, however you want to term them, are actually just as powerful pretty much as the bolt actions. So I think that there needs to be some balancing there, like a one-shot headshot with a semi-auto gun. That's anyway, seems very, very powerful. But all that aside, the thing that has me concerned the most is that the players are out of sync. And what I mean by that is the time it takes to kill is reasonable, maybe a bit too fast, but the time it takes you to die in a lot of cases is instantaneous. So your health bar goes from 100 to 0, you drop dead, and you could have been shot with a handgun. So that is, for me, my biggest issue with the beta. And that was actually something that was present in the alpha so far, and I don't know what's causing it, but it seems to be a problem with the hit notification being buggy. And you're not being informed that you're getting hit until it's too late. And that gives you sort of the impression that you can't take evasive action. So you know, you're not going to play remotely aggressively. And as it's turned out, this beta has turned into a prone crawl fest, which is kind of boring, to be honest with you. So I played the crap out of this map in the alpha. I've played this map quite a bit now in the beta, both on PC and Xbox 360. And, you know, that's kind of why I haven't played it a ton. Had the opportunity to play some Caspian Border, and that was a totally different experience. Right here, my squad mate had actually planted a radio beacon, giving us a mobile spawn point. I spawned on it, and an enemy was sitting there waiting, but he didn't blow it up. So being the douchebag that I am, I decided, you know what, I'm going to spawn on this thing again and see what happens. So I am defending. I'm being fairly aggressive in my defense. You know, I'm pushing up, and one thing that people have not been doing or seem to get is that when you're playing rush mode, if the defenders sit back behind the MCOM stations and the attackers slowly move up to the MCOM stations, basically, you know, you have the objective sitting there in no man's land, and eventually the attackers are going to push the defenders back off of it all the way, and they're going to take the crates. So when I'm defending, this is maybe a little bit too aggressive, but I like to push up so that the defenders hold a territory that includes the objectives, and that makes it a whole lot easier to defend. And when you're attacking, you know, you want to kind of do the same. You want to establish map control that gives you control of the area around the MCOM station before you try and take it down. And when you do that, it's a snap. Now, I will say that the graphics on Xbox obviously are not as good as PC, but I find they're great looking for a console game. Haven't played it on PS3 to comment, but I will before this is all said and done. I'm actually having more fun playing Rush on the Xbox than on the PC. Much like in Bad Company 2, it just seems that the game opens up a little bit more and is more fun when it's 12v12 versus 16v16. It's more frustrating, and because of the aim precision, when you have 4 more players against you, with the damage glitch or the notification glitch that seems to be happening, it just leads to a pile of frustration when playing Rush on the PC. So I have been enjoying playing Rush more on the Xbox, and we will see if that holds true with the PS3. I haven't been able to squad up with anyone, although we did test it the other night, and I was able to get into a squad with swordsmen on the Xbox, so that might be promising, but at the end of the day, I've just played so much on this map that it's getting a little bit boring at this point. So I've found some tactics that work to get through the map. I will bring you some attacking gameplay where I show a few different looks and a few different things to do, but you know, you've probably seen a ton of Operation Metro videos. I'll just be talking further about my impressions of the beta. So, you know, as far as gameplay mechanics, the way the game plays and moves and looks and feels, I love it. I love the gunplay, although I wish that you were rewarded a bit more for burst firing. But this whole notion that if you're trying to be a more aggressive player and you are not given the opportunity to take evasive action when you get hit, if you're not notified that you're taking damage in a timely fashion, then this game is going to, it kind of has a feel sort of like Medal of Honor did when the beta came out, and it's kind of retaining that feel, though now we've added prone. So players that prone undercover, prone in a corner, next to a bush, they're rewarded in a couple of ways. First, you know, they're able to start shooting at someone before they know they're taking damage, and second, stationary targets are affected by the glitch where they take less damage. So, you know, you add it all up, and the game style that I've seen a lot of in this beta has been, it's kind of frustrating. It's not all that much fun to play anymore. Now, on Xbox, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had a squad mate, and I've just been winning a ton of games. So I've been trying to play around and break things a little bit more rather than just going try hard and attempting to win. But, you know, to bring games here for YouTube, wanted to get a few good ones anyway. So, you know, as you can see, I've actually, you start with a healthy ammo count, and I actually managed to run out, which is rare because I like to play, shall we say, passive-aggressive. I like to move up and take my time, but I do like to push forward, try and flank the enemies, take down map control, take objectives, play the objective, etc. But I'm not a crazy rusher, running gunner type of player. So I have actually found when things are working well and I'm not getting one-shotted and all of that, my playstyle meshes up with this game very well. And you know, I've had some extremely enjoyable games, but there are a few things that I think that if they continue, like the one, you know, the insta-deaths, I think that that's really going to be a huge turnoff. And so I'm going to try and get a hold of the folks at DICE and see if there's any sort of response on that. I do know that this is a beta, and the build that we are playing is probably at least a month older than where they're currently at. So I see that they've hot-fixed a few things, but, you know, in reality, they're focusing their attention on the final product. I just hope that most of these things that we're seeing are known issues, and I'm not sure around the strategy of releasing a beta build that was older. Probably had to get it through certification with Sony and Microsoft. But anyway, I'm hoping that these things get addressed. I will be generating some feedback, obviously, for DICE, and I will give you guys a link to where you can post your feedback as well in the forums on Battlelog. So follow the link in the description to post your feedback. Cheers, guys. We'll talk soon.
Did you like this video? If you did, check out a couple of these. On NGT Games, we have Spider that started Resistance 3. Solo is now joined by Meatwagon in a Resistance 3 co-op campaign. Be sure to check it out on NGT Games. Next off, on the right side, we have NGT Minecraft. And we are talking about what is to come of our server and what we plan on doing with that. Guys, please be sure to subscribe to NGT Games and NGT Minecraft and click the videos to check them out.